What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Blitzbull, and for this video I figured I want to just do a little bit of a tutorial slash helper's beginner's guide for Subnautica. And the thing is, I've already completed the game twice, one survival and one on freedom mode. And the thing is, I want to do is I want to show you my personal opinion on preference, opinion, whatever you want to use, on where to make a base and what to be able to have that I've used to complete the game, especially on survival. So let's get right into it. First thing you want to do is head southwest-ish. Away from the life pod and coming through the creepvine zone. And you should be coming up onto one of the red grass areas. Yep, right over here. This is the location I've used on both playthroughs. Hey, Reef back. Now, I'm doing this on creative right now to show you exactly how to do this and where and all that stuff. So, I chose this area exactly because, one, you're right next to a, I want to say,
scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Yeah, whatever. I chose this area because, one, you're next to a reef area which has a lot of fish life, a lot of plants, flora, and here and there you'll find some shell outcrops and all those other outcrops. This is also a good place to find. Seriously, the music. This is also a good place to do find lots of quartz and salt deposits. Plus, you'll also be right next to Life Pod 17, which you'll have a chunk of the sea moth. And right over here, you'll also have a big, huge chunk of the Aurora, which will have, you know, stuff that you might need. Plus, a lot of salvage over here. Plus, over in this direction is a is an entrance to the yeah, whatever. I'm here. This right here leads into the jelly shroom cave, as I call it, where you will find one of the gassy bases, which will have the water purification system all set up for you down there, so you can scan it and build it for your base. This location is about close to 80-90 meters down, and it is about 500, almost 500 meters away from the life pod. So, what I usually did when making this base, I would choose to be in this location right here, where I would go with one multi-purpose room, with a hatch, obviously, because how are you gonna be able to? Hold on. There. That should do it. Okay, well, anyway, because how else are you going to be able to get in this base? So, in this multi-purpose room, I would suggest building a bioreactor in the middle of the whole place, a fabricator right here, let's see, a radio here, a modification station right here, and use a lot of lockers. I'm not kidding. Use a lot of lockers. Plus, I would also advise maybe making a battery charger here. And if you ever want to, make maybe 1 or 2 of these power cell chargers. And when I said make a lot of lockers for this area, this one room, trust me, it is gonna be very helpful when you play this, especially on survival or freedom mode. I would suggest make around that much. Oh, and we also can't forget about the medkit fabricator. I would also put one right there, just to be sure. And I would call this like the main room, or the, let's say the room where all the magic happens. And then I would build a L compartments. I don't know. It could be either, you know, glass or just a regular one. I don't really. It's up to you. It's actually all up to you. And then I would make a moon pool right next to it, unless it's not gonna connect. Unless, hold on. Unless you gotta make a moon pool right next to it and. Hang on, guys. Just bear with me on this one. Moon pool, moon pool. There we go. And thing is, when I did this playthrough, both playthroughs, I made sure to have 2 moon pools on standby. One for the hold on. There we go. I made sure to have 2 moon pools on standby. One for the sea moth and one for the prawn suit. And over this way, I would make another L compartment and make another multi-purpose room. There we go. And over this way, I would make, in my personal opinion, I would make this to be your like living quarters. Just like, you know, just get a bed, scan it, just put it right there. And sometimes I would even, and in this room I would also put down put the water filtration system right there. And that deals with water, but I would also put a indoor grow bed. Now, when it comes to food, you guys can make choose whatever you want for a food source. For one, I would personally say choose the bobo trees from the jungle island, which is around that direction, and the alien gun island, which is over in that direction. I call it jungle island and alien gun island. Hold on. Oh, there we go. So as I said, I would choose this room right here to be as the moon pool for the sea moth. Put a vehicle upgrade station over here, and over here make another one for the prawn suit. Put one right there, and you know, just park them in, dock them, do whatever you want. And what I did this in the second playthrough of my game of the Subnautica. What I did is I built a scanner room, and hold on, can I make a? Oh, there we go. And I was also make a little hatch right here. I would say make a scanner room right here, and if you have the materials, make 3 of these scanner room range upgrades. I'm gonna get one of these speed upgrades. That way, when the hell did I get floaters? That way, your whole scan will go from that little small area to a very large range of stuff. Plus, it will also increase your list of materials that you might want to find. And I would also advise using these cameras sometimes, especially maybe if you're trying to find something like, say, okay, let's say if lithium is not showing up on the list, you could like send, but you know where you could find like a chunk of it, which I'll give you a little pro tip. It's down in the some chunks are in the jelly shroom cave. Just send a camera down to one of the openings, and you can be able to just find it. Because let's see, this is basically our location right here, and you could say, oh, I don't know, just like send one of the cameras down here to go into the caves, find some lithium, send a prawn suit down with a drill arm, and there you go. Now, if you want, now what I did sometimes in the room, my personal room, is I put up like, let's say one, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Maybe 2 little wall planters just for show, why not? And if you ever come across to the Aurora and you got some of the stuff like the toy car, the toy dragon, or sort of stuff, you just want to just keep it around. Just make some shelves, put it there. And here's the thing, always, like, when you're starting off the game in survival, always check your storage and life pod. You'll have 2 water bottles, but always make sure to keep looking around for bladderfish to make water bottles. But I would advise taking the sea moth with a depth module, the first one, down to jelly shroom caves, find the Degasi base, and find the water filtration system. Now, obviously, when you're building a base, you're obviously gonna need wall reinforcements, and I would advise putting some either on. Well, actually, I would advise putting them on, let's say, some of the sides of the moon pool, like right here, here, put one here. Like, I would say all you need is about maybe like 3 or 4, and then you should be good for a while. And let's see, hold on. Oh, I didn't know I had 2 of these. Whatever. Let's unlaunch you. Hey, we're back. Let's see. And another reason why I chose this location too is, well, let's see. The one reason is out here in the red grass coral area, whatever you want to call it. You'll have some materials out here to help you build stuff. But you'll also be right here for the next to the creep vine zone to get, you know, creep vines and seed clusters. And you also come out over this way towards Southfish. You'll come across one or two wrecks of the Aurora, one over here, and one that should be, oh, well, there's some with some stuff you could scan or pick up right over there. And you should come across another wreck over over this direction, which this wreck over here, if I could find it, actually has pieces of the moon pool which you could scan, which, if I'm dumb enough, if I cannot find it, am I really dumb? I must be. I don't know. Well, plus you also find some chunks of stuff here out of materials here and there. You know, find more boxes of things here and there of gear that you need. So yeah. Oh, and I would also advise maybe leaving a beacon above your base. Name it whatever you want, but just remember to leave a beacon above your base so you'll be able to find your way home. And again, you could use whatever you want for food when it comes to Subnautica, but I would personally say just go for the bulbul trees when you're at the jungle island or the alien gun island, so that you can be able to, because bulbul trees, when I used that my first time in survival, I gained a lot of food and water for each time I ate some. And if you ask me, I would, if you ever make your base something kind of like this out here in this location, I would park the sea moth over in here, so that there's a lot of, so that, you know, it doesn't get just shoot straight down when ejecting and causing some damage. And I would put the Pronto right here so it has enough time to be able to just, enough height so I just jump up and, you know, just dock here. Well, and that's just about it. That's all I have to really say about Subnautica, and I guess my tips of how to help you get started and all that. Right, there we go. Oh, come on, get above the water. There you go. So as I said, around 500, maybe a little over 500 meters away from the life pod to southwest, west-ish, around 80 to 90 meters down. And before you get to the bioreactor, and before you can be able to get pieces to make the bioreactor, I would make about wait, hold on. I would make about, let's see, 2 or 3 of these solar panels to help you get started. And you know, I kind of like just place them all around like this. Again, 2 or 3 is all you really need. And if you guys ever make the Cyclops later in the game, I would suggest maybe parking it over in this location, but have it be above the ground a little bit. Just you know, just have it sit around like right here in this location, to ever when you need to go to the lava zone, and take the prawn suit with you, have enough space for the prawn suit to be able to jump up into. And if you want to build stuff, like let's say like glass windows, I would maybe suggest building on the hallways, or 1 or 2 out here on the moon pools. Just look out. I don't know. It's up to your decision. Again, I would say this. Again, this is how I pretty much made my base. This is the location I chose. It's helped me very well, especially, seriously, especially over here where it is a huge like supply of salt deposits and quartz. Because you're gonna need quartz to make glass, and you're eventually gonna need salt deposits to make help make polyline. I forgot what the word. And again, there's a lot of fish out in this area to help feed your bioreactor. The only noise you have to worry about is the reef backs, but if you know the reef backs, then they're not really going to bother you. If you're ever going to need stuff like, you know, like coral or something, give me, no, like table coral sample, I would suggest heading northwest, like northwest to this shallow area, another safe shallow, right over here. You know, some more wreckage, and there's more food over, more creatures over here. There you go, table coral sample, acid mushrooms. Sometimes I would suggest come over here, just take a breath over here, because it is probably, last time I checked, probably around 100, maybe almost 200 meters away. Yeah, there we go, 200 meters away from the base. So yeah, and also, maybe leave a beacon right next to your vehicle station over there, because there have been times I've been swimming up to the surface and be like, oh my god, where is it? I can't find it, and only to find it, oh, it's right there. So yeah, that's basically like my little beginner's guide, helpful guide to help make a base, all of what you need. It's not fashionable, but it is functional. It does serve its purpose. Alright, well, I mean, that's just this, but this is just my opinion. This is just all me right here. This is how I do it. I just figured I'd help you guys out a little bit more. If you guys have any questions or anything, just go ahead and ask me. You know, just ask me in the comments or on my Twitter. Go ahead. All sort of stuff. But yeah, this might have been this is my little tip video. Hopefully it helps you all out. Hopefully it helps you out a lot, and it will help serve your purpose to get off this planet and such like that. So yeah, this has been my video, and if you like what you saw here, leave a comment, share it with your friends, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, subscribe for more, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.